we happen to be live once more, where we make a return to the Johnnyversary of places and people and things. But most importantly, 11-year-old flaming headed boys. Welcome to the 18th Johnnyversary for Johnny Test, of course. Now, it has been 18 whole years since Johnny Test has first aired on the Kids WB network. 18 whole years since 2005. Isn't that absolutely wild to hear? North Bear Gaming says, I cut you all 2 weeks and Slack tell a friend. But I'm back. Well, welcome back. Thank you for the hearts, my boy. Thank you. It is the 18th anniversary for Johnny Test, and we're gonna party until we turn purple. So if anyone likes being purple, this is the place to be. This is the place to be purple. Alright, I'm just going to check the audio on the stream to see if everything is okay. So it'll just be one moment, guys. Alright, just gotta open it up here. Open. Okay. Let's hear. Okay, sounds good. Okay. Hey Isabel, how's it going? Happy birthday to Johnny. Thanks for tuning on in. Welcome. And as for such an occasion, I had to get dressed up, of course. I got the Johnny Test digs on. I even got the pants. The pants with extra pockets. Johnny from Poland. Oh yeah. So. Okay. Oh man, my eye. Something just got in my eye. Oh, okay. That's not fun. That's not fun at all. Okay, just gonna send out some notifications here. And then we can be set and a-rolling here today. Okay. I can't believe, man, 18. What's going on, Jeffy? How's it going? 18 years. That's right. That is correct. Alright. Welcome to 18th anniversary for the Johnnyversaries. Welcome on in. Ignore that. That's not real. It never happened. Oh. Okay. Sending out some notifications. Just one moment. There we go. And over here. And we're gonna get set and rolling on. Okay. I think that should do it. And there we go. Woo! 18 years. 18 years. Johnny Test is he's been around. He's been alive for 18 whole years. Is that not pretty spectacular? That is pretty terrific. Oh, my eye. Something got in my eye when I stood up, and I was just like, ugh. Ooh. I feel old now. Welcome in, Blakenator. That's right. We're all getting old now. We are all getting old now. I don't know how to feel about this. This man, this Johnny boy, he deserves to be in a museum. Johnny's official adult now. Yup, yes he is. He can make his own decisions, and he can lift his own weights. I don't know. He can drink probably. I don't know if it's different in America. Blakener is watching Johnny Test now, laying back. Oh, you're sick, eh? Oh no, that sucks. Well, what episode are you watching? Let me know. Johnny Test will always make you feel better, though. It always made me feel better. Whether I was sick, feeling down, anything it was. It always made me feel good. Good. Wow. I think my camera just went whack for a sec there. That was weird. Drinking age in the United States is 21. Okay, it's different. It's different here. I thought it was different here. I don't know. Okay, so that, I guess that's the case. I suppose. Isn't that right, Scotty? Scotty boy. So, Johnny Test has been through a lot. One thing he didn't do is blow up Malaysia. That's one thing he did not do. That's the one single thing that he happened to not have done. You're on Princess Johnny and 99 Deeds of Johnny. Oh, that's cool. Those episodes are good. Like any. Not yet anyway, nope. He either can't drink yet or has not blown up Malaysia as of yet. I blew up Malaysia. Ignore the question mark, yep. I hate when you just press something random. Or not random, but like, you try to press whatever you're doing, whatever button you're trying to press, and it just goes somewhere else. It's like, no, that's obviously not what I meant to put in. It happens all the time. Woo. Just another day in the life of a light bulb. Fat thumbs with a PH though. There's a difference, you know. I'm Johnny. So I ended up getting more of the Johnny blind bag figures, you know. These ones here, I ended up getting 20 more. And I have an unboxing video, or unbagging video, I guess, rather, for these coming out very soon. I'm just getting it finished up. And these are absolutely awesome. Still absolutely awesome, I gotta say. I love it so much. Yes, I hang it on SpongeBob. Yes, I hang it on SpongeBob. Cause like where else, right? Where else? Where else, dude? They have so many awesome figures in there, like so many. It's insane. Almost too many, in fact. SpongeBob Johnny crossover. I kinda installed him onto the Bob. The Bob. And GTA 5 is 10 today. Yeah, they have the same thing, isn't it? How is it mid-September already too? I know, man. That's wild. That is absolutely wild. Because I feel like, you know, 2023 was like the new thing. And now it's like almost coming to an end pretty much. How's it going, Ice Stuff 1.0? Hello, what's going on? Welcome to the 18th Johnnyversary, where we celebrate with cake. Isabella brought cake. There we go. We got some cake in here. Birthday cake. Yeah, 2023 is gonna be over in 3 entire months, man. That's nuts. That's insane. Like, I've got to say, probably my absolute favorite years of being alive is, I'd say, 2021 to 3, probably. Mostly because of all the revival news. Because it was just an absolute blast reporting the news for you guys and everything. That was, like, even for me, like, going through all of that, getting new news, having no news, myself trying to get news. Who remembers what it's called? Break the Silence? The campaign? We fought tooth and nail to get Johnny Test Season 7 news. And we ended up getting it after that. We ended up getting it, like, within the next week. They came out with some news. I believe it was the trailer they came out with. So that was pretty absolutely awesome. Happy birthday, Johnny Test. There we go. There we go. He's an old boy now. He's a teen now. It's been a long day without you, my friend. But Johnnyversary will make you feel better again. And there we are. Woo! Johnny. Adult Johnny Test. He's gonna hit all the stages of being a human being. He's gonna be blasted into embryos first, and then become an embryo, and then become a child, and then become a teenager, and then become an adult, and then become an old guy. Guns in my head and they won't go. Oh no. They will whip crack one day. They will whip crack. He's been 11 to 12 for 18 entire years. I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong there. You're not wrong. He's stayed stable at one age for how many seasons? Like 8 seasons now. I still would absolutely love if they ended off the show completely with a 12th birthday episode. Where he actually, you know, ages. Like, that would just not destroy, but like really change the dichotomy of like cartoon logic. Really like take the trope of like every character stays the same age, even if in the show run years are seen to go by, birthdays are seen to be played, and you know, all that stuff that shows how a year goes by, like school's out, summer vacation, winter, other seasons, right? Those all show that, you know, time is being passed in a show, right? So I'd absolutely love if they just threw that all into the pot and just finale'd the show with a finale episode for Johnny's 12th birthday. I think that'd be so nice. But we got the melee and mayhem to end off the show for good. When Dookie said he's gonna blast us into embryos, I thought he said air fritos. Air fritos. Oh man, they're gonna. So Bling Bling's gonna blast them into snacks. Oh, that's funny. He's gonna blast us into air fritos. I only recently learned in like let's say 2019-ish era, that's what he said, because I didn't know what that meant or what he said when I was a kid, but now I learned a few years back. I watched Johnny Test on Kids WB back in 2005 or 2006. Ooh, interesting. I've never actually seen the show on that network because I didn't have that channel in my country. So it's pretty cool meeting someone who has watched it actually on that channel. So you're like one of the first people to have seen it on that channel, because I don't remember how long it ran on that channel. I know it lasted a couple of years until it got migrated onto Cartoon Network. And I think, didn't Kids WB get discontinued, or am I remembering this incorrectly? I don't remember all the Kids WB lore. One episode, Johnny didn't bathe for Dookie's birthday. Then a few episodes later, Johnny says, "Nobody really cares because you were found in the pound." After Dookie asks, "When's my birthday?" Oh yeah, nobody really knows because you were found in the pound. Both of them saying it at the same time. Happy splashy birthday, buddy. And yet we still don't know when Dookie's birthday is, even though it was one of the few birthdays shown in the show. We were trying to like decipher what month it came out to be, because we did see the calendar, and we could decipher, I think, what day it was on, but it did not say the month. So I think we were trying to decipher it at one point, what month that was. That was pretty fun. I hate when two lookalike characters talk in sync. It's creepy. Yeah, then it has that effect on it with like the slight echo. Nobody really knows because you were found in the pound, you know, something like that. And then just seeing two character models of the same person right next to each other is always kind of offsetting to see. Kinda, you know. Nobody really knows. I love how Dookie gets rid of his clone in that, or cyborg, I guess, cyborg clone in that episode. Now fetch the nice grenade, boy. I was like, dude, Dookie is savage in there. So did James Arnold Taylor say the line twice, or did he say it once and they edited it? I would assume they edited it. I hate saying edited. Because it's like, edited it. I think it's the same because it's the exact same pitch for both him and the clone. It's just audio engineering at its finest. Speaking of James, actually, he was in Toronto. Was it earlier this month, I think? Yeah, I think it was earlier this month. He was in Toronto. I wanted to try to go see him there, but I couldn't make it. I could not make it. Fetch the nice grenade. That's kind of morbid. I agree. That was like probably one of the darkest things. Nah, well, I mean, if I had to put him in a list of like the top 10 dark moments, that would probably be in the list, but probably a little farther down, like say 7, 6 range, 8 maybe, you know, because I feel like there was some more darker things going on in the show. In May he was in Michigan, but I couldn't make. Yeah, man, I hate not being able to make that kind of stuff. It sucks because like you have one opportunity pretty much, and like something happens, work, other issues, where you just cannot make it. Yeah, he was in Toronto. I coulda took a day trip there. But no. Man, it sucks because you could purchase online signed things, like there was like posters you could buy of Obi-Wan, Johnny Test was one, Titus, and someone else I can't remember, and I think you'd probably have some receipt to print or something, and then you bring it, and I guess he signs it for you when you show it. I don't know, but I wish I could have gone. That would have been pretty neat to see him there. Grab a photo with him too. That'd be awesome. Like Scott and I down there. we were at Starbucks 3 months ago. Be back in a few minutes, no problem. We were at Starbucks 3 months ago, and I was like, "You're Scott Fellows," and then he was like, "Who the hell are you? Don't hurt me." And I was like, "I'm not going to hurt you, sir. I am a spontaneous fan of your animated show for children, Jonathan Test." And then he said, "Oh, splendid. Let's take a photo together." And then I said, "Sure thing, boss." It was all mechanical like that, all robotic. It exactly went down like that. Exactly went down like that. I tell ya, I'm not crazy. I am anything but crazy. It actually happened. I have photographic proof. Unless I edit it into a No, I didn't say I was gonna edit this into a Starbucks photo background. Hello, Mr. Bean fan, Disney 2005 saying it's also the anniversary to Alpha and Omega. Oh, that's pretty cool. Do they have a similar anniversary date too? That's awesome. I do remember that's a movie, right? 3D animated movie. But some dogs in the north, in the snow. That's all I remember. I think I've seen it once on like TV when I was a kid. silly. No. There's photographic proof. Yeah, it's a movie. I thought so. Yeah, I remember seeing it on Teletoon, and the guy was like, "Only on Teletoon, Alpha and Omega," in his cool guy voice, his cool dude voice. And it's M-Doc TV2 birthday today. What's that? M-Doc TV2? I gotta look that up. Let's see. What is? Oh, he's a Oh, okay. That's why I'm getting some YouTube channels up here. Okay, I gotcha. That's cool. Man, so he shares an anniversary with this YouTuber. He shares a birthday with Grand Theft Auto 5. That's pretty awesome. And Alpha and Omega. Man, there's a lot of birthdays. Gotta admit, Johnny Test and Ed, Edd and Eddy were the all-time favorite cartoon shows to watch as a kid. Yeah, I bet. They fit so well for the time too. Some of them can still carry on. They won't resonate with people of a different generation, but our generation, we see things different back in the day. Because that was our stuff. And I learned actually that, not recently, but like a while ago, that Ed, Edd and Eddy was a Canadian show. I never would have thought that. So that was pretty mind-blowing to me. I was like, no way, what? How? Because I always saw it as a Cartoon Network, you know, primarily American production stuff. But then, like, learning that was just absolutely mind-blowing to me. Birthday cake for all of them. We got so many birthdays to go down. So many. So we need extra cakes. We need so many cakes. We almost have too many cakes at this point. At this point, we have too many cakes for not enough birthdays to go by. Now that's just silly. One huge cake? That would do it. That would take so long to make. I always wonder how people make cakes of that scale. They can just get up so high. So high. Especially wedding cakes and stuff. And then like certain like extreme party cakes can go pretty high, like on those baking cake shows or whatever. Super Wyatt Smash, welcome to the 18th Johnnyversary stream, saying this show was a good show. Thanks for tuning on in. Yes, indeed it was. And we're just here to celebrate it today for having it in our lives for 18 entire years. Johnny Cakes. Johnny Cakes was such an interesting episode paired with Johnny Tube. They went those two episodes paired together are just like, there's something good going together. But I wanted to make Mom my special Johnny Cakes. What's a Johnny Cake? No idea. Shows a 10 out of 10. I like it. Nice. That's a really high rating. My ratings are always perfect for the show. Always perfect. So perfect, I live the character. No, I don't. That's silly. That's just silly. It's a little thing called Johnny Test Casa de Playas. Isn't that I don't remember. I don't know. I feel like I heard that word before. Some episodes work well together, but aren't in the same episode as two sequences. Yeah, I feel like that's true too, because you always have the Snapping your fingers make you think easier. Cool Hand and Roller Johnny was all paired together. And you always say that Cool Hand would have been paired with a different, or better paired up with a different one. Somehow I like to watch your shows, the show on Netflix, since it was on Netflix. I watched all the seasons from 1 to 6, and yes, I know it aired on Warner Brothers Kids, and I think it was on, Cartoon Network back in the early 2010s. Yep, you're all correct right there. All correct right there. Yeah, it was on Netflix since it first hit Netflix, I think. The whole show, it stayed on Netflix. Like, it wasn't anything that would get off, because for whatever reason, Johnny Test maintained extremely high ratings as soon as it like kind of got on Netflix. And with that in mind, that whole fact right there is what created the revival. It's because it got consistency with its ratings and viewership on Netflix. X amount of years later, however long it took, they commissioned Wildbrain to do 2 new seasons of the show. And yeah, that's the whole thing that spawned the revival. Just the sheer love and continuous ratings and watching on Netflix with Johnny Test is what got us the revival. I made a 17th anniversary video to Johnny Test a year ago. Nice, yeah. So everything we've done, like if we did a little edit video, did we do like a Johnnyversary stream, if we did a fan art, that is a whole year old at this point. An entire year old. I don't think I was able to do anything last year just because of the situation I was in, so I had to skip that year. But yeah, we're back this year. Got a head of fiery hair and a turbocharged backpack. Oh man, you know those videos like Twitter thread sings X theme song? YouTube chat sings X theme song? Thank you for using my example. I have a video on YouTube of both episodes. Yeah, you do. Back to back, which is what we really needed. I gotta agree with you there. I have to agree with you there. What's going on, random person? And Elias, what's going on? Welcome to the Johnnyversary live stream for his 18th anniversary. Welcome. The show has earned a gift, the planet of Saturn. Let's go to Veganton instead. Man, Dark Vegan's my favorite bad guy in the show. My absolute favorite. I love him. Which would you pick, 2005 or 2021 Johnny Test? Oh man, that's a tough one, but that is so tough, but yeah. I feel like for myself, I'd have to go classic. I feel like it resonates with me a little better. I also appreciate that there's a lot more to it. Like, there's a lot more seasons, and there's a lot more to watch and stuff with it. And, yeah. Although 2021 absolutely knocked everything out of the park and just blew me away. I never thought I'd see the show of such quality and, just visual representation and all this stuff. But, then you see it. They make it happen. Dark Vegan probably didn't blow it up yet. All I get is, when are we going back to our home planet? My allowance is too small. That's one of my favorite Dark Vegan quotes. I never get woohooed. All I get is, Also, Jeffy, he is dead to me. Jeffy is dead to me. Jeffy is a ripoff of me. Although, even though he existed before me, he's still a ripoff of me. Ask me how that works, I can't tell you. Random person says, CG5 Vlog said he couldn't say hi in the stream, so he told me to get on and see if you are doing anything, or if it's just one of your moderators hiding him from the channel, not trying to start anything. Hey, yo. I don't have moderators. Well, welcome. So he couldn't make it, eh? Could not make it, unless it's an alt account. That'd be funny. Well, I would like to say hi to him if he can't make it today. So if you have contact with him, which I am sure you do, by your message, let him know that I say hi. What's going on? Johnny Test airs on Cartoon Network, LA, and France. Ooh. Yeah. So in some countries, it aired on other shows, or no, sorry, it aired on other channels. Like, I think Germany had it on Nickelodeon, which is pretty interesting. Like, different countries have shows that are, you know, we see them as, you know, I see Johnny Test as a Teletoon and a Cartoon Network show. And, so other people are gonna see it as something else. They'll see it as a Nickelodeon show if they're like German, for example. Do you remember the early Johnny Test intro with a different theme song, and it showed pictures of characters like Bling Bling Boy, the agents, and other characters, if you know what I mean? I do know. I love that theme song. Although it's not, I love the second version. It was the one that's used a lot more. But that one is just, it's a treat, I have to say. It's an absolute treat to, like, if you want to start a binge watch of it, you start from season 1 all the way to 8. You start there, and you just get a beautiful theme song. And it's very unique, too. I don't know why they changed it. I don't know, but, yeah, just to having, like, a small aspect like that. I don't think you see shows like that all the time, where, like, oh, we had one theme song. We just showed it once, but we have a different one. So I feel like that's very, very unique. What if Dark Vegan first appeared in season 1 of Johnny Test? I had that thought too. I had that thought before. I think that'd be very interesting to see him in that style in there. Although, with Dark Vegan, he's an interesting character because with him, there's a whole backstory with him, a whole origin, where I feel like if they showed him in season 1, it wouldn't have that much time to like resonate like when we first saw Dark Vegan. Like when we first saw him, we had like the whole season is in, and then of course before to like know, oh, so this has existed before and it's existed during the previous seasons. But then if he was in season 1, it'd be like, oh, there's just Darth Vader here. And also, I don't think they did too much parodies in season 1, so it does make sense that he wasn't, but I always wanted to see him in that style and see if he would have been different in season 1. Like, when he was introduced, he was shown as a complete and utter failure at everything he's done. So I feel like if he was in season 1, it would have been a little different with him. You're Barack? Barack, yo Bammer. Prisma Galaxy, what's going on? Welcome to the 18th Johnnyversary. Jeffy shouldn't have been in the new series. Dude, yo, I was taken aback of Jeffy's return in season 8. I was so just grounded that yes, this is a one-time character. Like, when I saw him in season 8, when I was just watching through it the first day it came out, or maybe first 2 days, I don't know, I was like, no. You know, I was literally like that. No. And then he like takes off his mask, and I was like, no. How could that be? And then I was like doing all my paperwork calculations with like the calculator and paperwork with the desk lamp pointing down. I was like, this doesn't make sense. This can't be, you know? There's no mathematical equation saying he can return. I have all like the billboard with like the pictures and the yarn strings going down. Woohoo! That goddamn kid. Man, that's probably one of the most iconic memories for me, watching the revival. Because you can ask my little brother, he was watching with me, and my reaction to that, like I was reacting to the season 7, of course, and then season 8, not on you, like with my brothers and stuff. I was acting like such an idiot. Because I was like, ooh, 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 like hyperventilating and everything. And sweating. And then my reaction to Jeffy there was like over the top. Like if you ever asked them, like they'd say, yeah, he was weird during that episode. Have you seen the French Johnny Test Halloween promo? I have. I absolutely love that promo. It takes like kind of like what SpongeBob does sometimes with the real life film with animation on top of it. I love that dichotomy, and seeing it in Johnny Test, something I like. There's a lot of things that in Johnny Test I never would have thought to happen. That French Halloween promo has showed one of those things, that being it. The Ultimate Meatloaf quest showed that really well, and beautifully too, so that was pretty cool. Yeah, the Halloween one though, they take off the masks. Oh man, I never would have thought to see that, but I love that promo so much. He said this message didn't pop up in the chat if he was blocked. That's odd. I don't know. No. Or something he told me to get on and see if you blocked him, or where you can't say. No, I didn't do anything like that. It's not a big deal, really. He wanted to know if you didn't want him on the YouTube channel since it's not popping up. No, I don't know what's going on. I think I've only banned one person, and it was during one of, I don't remember which one, but it was in one of the playing every FNAF game before the FNAF movie comes out streams, and apparently there was this one user in here who was following a certain other user around and just harassing them, and I didn't want to stand for that, so I had to get rid of that person. But no, that was the only person I've ever removed from the channel. Although I don't know why that's happening though. Well, it might be something because I have seen with other viewers that, like, with their case, I don't think that would have the same principle because they're not like frequent chatters, like, you know, a message every, let's say, 5 seconds. Like, I've seen people who have done that and do get penalized by YouTube themselves in like YouTube chat stuff and even the comment section. I don't remember who it was, but it was someone I had in the chat in one of my live streams recently, and even they made an alternate account too. And the thing still happened, so I feel like it's like, you know how IP bans work on like video games, like online video games, so it's probably like that on YouTube too. What would you rather prefer, Cartoon Network or Teletoon while watching Johnny Test? I mean, I grew up with Teletoon, watching it on Teletoon, so I have to say that. But like seeing it on Cartoon Network would be pretty cool, cause I haven't really seen it on Cartoon Network. But overall, I gotta stick with, you know, my bro Teletoon like that, even though it doesn't exist. Tears. What's going on, David Miller, Lego Mock Studios? Hey, yo, I used to watch this show. Hey, that's pretty awesome. That's absolutely awesome to hear. Just want to know it's probably, yeah, I think it's probably YouTube bug, because I've seen stuff like that before. It's streaming for a while, not a while, but a few years now. I've seen that before. I don't know what the issue is, but definitely I feel like it has to be a bug. There is at one point where Johnny Test aired on Nickelodeon, but only in German. Yeah, that's right. Yep. That's so interesting, like, having it on another network like that, you know? Because in our sense, we don't see it as a Nickelodeon show. Like, we don't see it paired up with SpongeBob and stuff along those lines on Nickelodeon. We don't see it with that. Rather, we see it paired with shows like, on the Teletoon side, we see it paired with Total Drama. On the Cartoon Network side, we see it paired up with Johnny Bravo, which is quite often. And Dexter's Laboratory, which is even more often seen. In ways more than one. But either way, he's got my name. He's got my name! It's one of my favorite crossover promos it has. He's got my name. He's got my name. Can you bring back the Johnny Test Comedy Minute? I would love to, yes, and I should. I should, yeah. What's going on, Albot? Welcome to the Johnnyversary. 18th Johnnyversary. I think I have 3 episodes, right? I do. Yes, right? Let me check. Those were fun to make, I've got to say. I don't know if they're funny, though. How much did I do? Let's see. Playlists. I did 3, okay. Johnny Test and the Soap Escapade? What the hell was I thinking? Dookie roasts Johnny. Builds a fence. I'll tell you BTS stuff with the Comedy Minute series. The scripts take at least 10 minutes to make. Like, it's just top of the head stuff put on paper, and then my horrible impressions. Johnny wanna build a fence! The thing is, I take one episode, or maybe 2, and kind of either mold them into one, or edit that episode that I choose, and kind of go from there. Like, what was Build the Fence off of? I don't remember. I don't remember much about this series, but I just remember it being fun for me. Then trying to make it like around a minute long. Yeah, I'll try to bring that back. I just need to think of some stupid story to do. Like, I've always had ideas to like put some interesting lore in there, but I don't know how to put some kind of interesting lore in a stupid show like that. Where it's just like a bunch of stupidity for around a minute long. How are you supposed to fit lore in there, and by the finale of it, like, just have everything tumble down, you know? I don't know. Until I knew his name was called the Woohoo Kid. Bro, if his name is in the credits as Woohoo Kid, I would cry of laughter. Woohoo! Still proud of my Johnny Test Halloween Spooktacular episode. Yeah, that's still one of my favorites, and plus it's also one of my favorite videos for Next Level I've made. Like, it looks good, on point, everything. But yeah, that one's definitely still one of my top favorites. I'm moving into this giant gingerbread house. And I'm moving into the giant gingerbread house. So you finally got onto the 99 Deeds part of Johnny on that episode. Man, all those good deeds he's done. What a good guy. Cartoon Network rocks. Have you seen my 18th anniversary artwork? I have. And it is probably one of my favorite things I've seen you do. Other than that Ultimate Meatloaf Quest thing, I think that's going to be pushed down to the second favorite now. Because that one was awesome. Like, I feel like that'd be a great poster. But, like, I love seeing, like, modern SpongeBob meeting old SpongeBob, and then seeing a Johnny Test version of that, like you done, is absolutely spectacular to see. That rocks to see. Seeing the different styles blend and all that. See you later, random person. Oh man, I appreciate your honesty. If anyone like knows me, I am a horrible liar. Like I can't lie if I tried. I can't. I don't know why. I'm not familiar with Teletoon. David Miller Old Sport. It is a Canadian channel. Obviously in Canada, and it is like a kids channel. Plus, I guess. It has a bunch of cartoons. Johnny Test was on it. Total Drama is very popular on it, and it's very popular even in America. So it was really, it kind of started on Teletoon, that show. And yeah, there's a bunch of other more Canadian shows on that show. And any Canadian show you see on Cartoon Network, it's very likely that it was an import from Teletoon. So yeah, that's what Teletoon is, just a Canadian cartoon channel. And it actually recently got discontinued and got turned into Cartoon Network Canada. Not a big fan of that though. In fact, I hate it. Maybe I should make a video about Lost Johnny Test Media. I thought you were planning to do that, weren't you? Lost Media. That'd be pretty neat. Like seeing all the Lost Media put down into one thing. Also, I've did Johnny Test Kids WB marathon since last year. Ah man, marathon. Johnny Test marathons. Glitch. Stop glitching, please. I remember all the marathons. They were so good. So good. Although, I've only seen marathons on Teletoon, I feel like. But I do know they've existed elsewhere and stuff. Well, oh, I got you. Well, that is when I get a microphone and a script. Yeah. You can't do it without, right? You need the equipment. But yeah, I'd love to see something like that. Putting all the Lost Media into one area, just so, you know, you'll learn everything in one place. I hate the 6% of people who hate this masterpiece. 6%? That's really generous. I'd say more like, let's go 86%. The 86% of people who don't like this masterpiece. Oh, I mean, even 86 is being pretty generous. I feel like I have to go 90%. Because this show is actually one of the most hated cartoons in history. One of the most. I think when Teen Titans Go came out, Johnny Test kind of got some levity. Where like it kind of got unthroned from the most hated show ever, or cartoon ever. And then Velma comes out, dethroning both Johnny Test and Teen Titans Go, and whatever that could have possibly took Teen Titans Go's place. I don't know, maybe Powerpuff Girls 2016 got it at one point, I have no idea. All I know is Johnny Test and Teen Titans Go once held that crown until Velma came around and snatched it away. Also, having the revival coming out really gave it a lot more levity, because that made a lot more people who disliked the show like the show instead. I don't know why, it just had that effect on people, like making them watch the revival and then going back rewatching seasons 1 to 6. So it had a really interesting effect on let's say people who didn't really like the show. Season 1 is the best one. I really love the hair animation in that one, in Season 1, sorry, is beautiful. It has some great physics to it, like you can feel it, whereas in later, it's a little more, you know, it's part of my body now. It's part of the mesh. But yeah, Season 1, it had so many beautiful hair moments, animation-wise too. Can I get an English to Johnny translation? It makes real life just like a movie. Oh, I get it. All the hate art. Yeah. Oh man. One of my favorite portions of, like, if we put Johnny Test, not like the show, but like Johnny Test in reality, like where it was at certain years, like it was like this in response to the fan base and cartoon fan base, like more later in like the revival era before season 8 came out, I think people were remastering classic hate arts, putting everything in the revival style, and that was great. That was an awesome time to live through, because like you wake up and you're like, there's another one that was remastered, let's go. that was a great time to be alive, I've got to say. Another one was remastered, yeah. Hello, TheLivingBluejay mashups. What's going on? Welcome to the 18th Johnnyversary. Studying for my math test for tomorrow. Dang, gotta get that studying going, cause you want to get some good grades in math. You kind of have to. It's like the most important thing you need, apparently. Well, I wish you luck on the math test, yo. You better ace it, unlike Johnny, who doesn't study. Need to get sick. Gotta miss big history test tomorrow. Wait, there's Johnny Test lore? That's one of my favorite things people can say about the show. Wait, there's Johnny Test lore? Yeah, there is. There is. The lore is quite chaotic, yeah. Good luck trying to make sense of it in this crazy world. In my top 10 Hugh test facts video, it doesn't exist yet. It's coming soon, I want to say. But in that video, I do give a brief synopsis, I'll say, on the season 6 timeline. Really brief, because obviously the video is kind of focused on Hugh, so I can't really go off the hinge and, you know, talk about something else. So obviously I have to say something about the timeline in season 6 if I had to explain certain things about Hugh that, you know, tie up. So I think that fact for you guys is going to be interesting to hear my breakdown on, I've got to say. So yeah, it will be coming soon. Cause yeah, I won't spoil. Just know I talk about the timeline with Hugh. Not in like a timeline sense you'd think like, oh, this is him first, this is him afterwards, a few years later. No, not that. Like actual, how do you say it? Like let's say he messed with the timeline in some way. It's along those lines. I don't know, like, what word that'd mean, how to say it. What about the Rocky and Bullwinkle reboot? Scott Fellows worked on that show. Yup, it's on Prime. Did I mention that? Yes, Tara Strong and Darren Norris is in it. Yeah, you said Tara Strong's in it, but I didn't know Darren Norris is in that. That's pretty cool. Timmy Turner's dead. What would everyone's dream Johnny Test crossover be? Ooh, that's pretty cool. You know, I feel like legally, legally, I'd have to say the PPG because people would kill me if I didn't. But really, I would love to see one with the Rocket Monkeys. I would love to see that because I've always seen at the end of season 6 him and the everyone else blasting off into space, and then I just pictured like Rocket Monkeys coming next. But yeah, regarding PPG, which is the thing everyone would expect me to say, for some reason, I don't know. Yeah, I think that'd be a good secondary for me. But really, like top space for like a dream crossover, I think I'd love to see Rocket Monkeys crossover with it. Do do do. Not surprising why I never heard of Teletoon before, since, well, I'm European, yeah. Certain things don't show up in certain countries, especially channel-wise. How's the next level reaction coming? I haven't gotten to one yet. My work is actually dying down, so I'm gonna be getting more days off soon, so I'm gonna have a lot more time to focus on YouTube. Because before, during the summer, I was working every day. Every day. But now, yeah, it's going into quote-unquote winter hours, so I'm gonna have a lot more time to focus here. Have you seen the Johnny Test concept art for my Power Up spin-off concept? Yeah, you sent some stuff to me. I've read some of the characters and unique characters in there, so that's gonna be pretty interesting to see. Too bad Cartoon Network doesn't air Johnny Test anymore. Yeah, I wish it did. I wish it did, but I feel like he is under a different contract now. That's just what I feel. Because I feel like there was a reason why we didn't really see him in multiverses, and that's probably why they don't own Johnny Test anymore. Whereas I think Wildbrain and Netflix now owns it. Like, I don't think it has any American ownership anymore. I don't think. Not 100% sure about that, but I believe that to be the case. Cause yeah, I've done some. I did research during the multiverses hype period, trying to like analyze, like, okay, doing all the research, is it possible for him to be in multiverses? And there was some paperwork I've come across, and it kind of just ended at a certain year. I don't remember which year though. What I do remember though, it was at a very odd year. A very, very odd year, like where nothing significant was happening with the franchise. I want to say it was probably roughly around 2017, where the paperwork kind of just disappeared. So after that, we didn't really know where the rights landed. But yeah, that was interesting doing all that research there, and even seeing that paperwork. I hate how Elon made Twitter into X. He really put the twit in Twitter. Twit. Johnny X. Oh man, although that would make that could have made a great like meme opportunity. Like, you know how the memes with HBO Max is now becoming Max. So people made like memes of like the logo and a character named Max on the other side. I should have done some like Twitter is now becoming X, and then like Johnny X, I don't know, you know, something like that. Probably for the best because Cartoon Network did it dirty. Yeah, people do believe that. I'm kind of in that sense too. Like, I know people like like the issue from what I know, because I don't know the issue that people had because I didn't see it on Cartoon Network, so I don't know the issues that people through with it. But for one thing, I do know that people hated that it was spammed on the network. Although in my sense, I wouldn't care. Otherwise, I don't know what else they did to it. I have to watch Johnny Test on YouTube now. Well, yeah, at least they're all there, right? At least they're all there on YouTube. Anyone remember Dark Vegan? What a jerk. Man, he's my favorite bad guy of the show. What a jerk. He's always trying to murder Johnny. Yet he keeps failing. He keeps failing at it. And that's just so funny to me. I never watched Courage the Cowardly Dog. Should I watch it? That's also a show I've never watched either. I know it was pretty popular, fairly popular on Cartoon Network. And I do know that it had a Scooby-Doo movie crossover, so that's pretty interesting. But yeah, it's something I've never seen too. David Miller definitely recommends it, I see. I've seen that Courage in there's old Game Boy Advance game. It was a racing game, and I remember Courage was playable in there. Johnny Bravo was in there. Johnny 2x4. Johnny 2x4. My friend and I both loved the show growing up, and I've never met anyone who dislikes Johnny Test. Yeah, I mean, one of my best friends in school didn't like the show. It was grade 7 and 8. You'd be surprised that in high school we didn't talk much. Although I've only mentioned the show once to him. And I remember what I was talking about too, because I was making a joke, because we were huge FNAF fans back then too, and we always talked about robots and animatronics. So I was making a joke about the robot uprising of '87, you know, mixing 1987 instead of whatever they said in Johnny Test. It was in an episode with it was Crash Test Johnny, where they made a joke of like, oh, we don't ship robots anymore, not since the great robot uprising of, you know, whatever year. And then I made that joke, and he was like, I don't remember what he said, I think. Please don't ever mention to me that show again. It was something along those lines. I was like, okay. Because like he was an internet guy, and I didn't know what the internet was. So I had no clue that people didn't like the show. I had no clue people disliked any show because I was so I was out of it. Because I didn't know anything that was, you know, internet things. Like disliking things disliking things is normal. Disliking media is probably an internet thing, because I never would have thought about disliking something at that age. So that's a story. Do you remember the Cartoon Network Halloween promo back in 2012? Yes, I love that promo. I love that promo. The real life footage with the animation over top, taking off masks, knocking on doors, actual animated characters interacting with humans. That's so cool to see. And then having something like that return in Ultimate Meatloaf Quest. So cool. So cool. I love those types of things. It's one of the things I never would have thought to see in Johnny Test, but we've seen it twice now. Didn't really follow the reboot. Oh, interesting. So you're like a more of a OG fan, I'd say, of the original seasons. Yeah, I will say, it's like vice versa with people who loved the show initially and people who hated the show initially. People who disliked the show originally likes the new seasons, and I would say most of people who like the original show likes the new seasons. But there's that small minority of people who don't particularly love the new seasons. Maybe they like it, but they don't love it. You know what I mean? But yeah, I've seen a few people like that. They're like, I prefer the old one, but it's okay, you know. And then there's the other side with the people who don't like it. We're like, the other one sucks. This one's god tier. God tier. But yeah, it was pretty much the same. Like, I feel like the pacing was similar. There wasn't really much. I mean, I'm not gonna say there wasn't any story development and lore development, because there was quite a bit. Like, if you don't mind me spoiling anything, Tinymon returns in the new seasons, and that was cool to see. We can see that the time period kind of evolved, where, you know how in the original show they had flip phones? Here they have, you know, the phones we have. With the touch screens. And all that stuff. Got a text from my mother. Because my phone was just laying on the floor. That's not safe. What's going on? She sent me a Family Matters reunion link. What? Published September. Oh, this was published yesterday. A sweet reunion at 90s Con? No way. I gotta read this. Hopefully there's some videos on that. I'd love to see that. Okay, I just gotta reply to this. Just one moment. OMG! Gotta read that. Smiley face. Okay. Yoi. Do. Teen Titans Go is a new episode in Cartoon Network that is celebrating Warner Brothers' 100th anniversary. I think I've seen that. I've seen a teaser image of that. It had a bunch of characters surrounding them. Like, I remember seeing Dexter and Dee Dee. I think Bugs and Daffy was in there. A bunch of WB characters. I think that'll be very interesting to see. It's interesting that not really anyone in the show really grew up. Anyone remember that jackass teacher? Mr. Teacher Man? Yeah, Henry Teacher Man. Yeah, he was kind of a, you know. I gotta admit that. Yeah, no one really grew up. There was a few birthdays that happened in the show, but no, they kind of like just brushed it off afterwards. Although I wish that the show would have ended on like the 12th birthday of Johnny. I think that would be absolutely cool to see. Bye guys, I'm gonna watch JT. Thanks for tuning on in, David Miller, and have a good watch, and a good way to celebrate on this day too. Epicness of Awesomeness says hello. What is going on? Welcome to the 18th Johnnyversary stream. Welcome. Happy birthday to Johnny Test. After Johnny Test ended on Christmas Day in 2014, Super Noobs put the line that aired on November 2, 2015 on Cartoon Network UK. Yeah, he had a new show that came out quite soon after his first cartoon got cancelled, or went on hiatus, I suppose, in this sense. In 99 Deeds of Johnny, when Hugh showed the artist's rendering, the background of the photo was black, making Johnny look like he didn't have like, just like, I get you. They sent your buzz cut. Man, people really like don't like episodes like that where Hugh treats Johnny like that. 99 Deeds is one. Johnny Test in 3D is one. They don't like episodes. People don't love episodes like that. Later, I'm gonna waste 11 minutes watching my favorite Johnny Test episode. Yay! Well, thanks for tuning in, Isabel. We'll see you later, and enjoy that episode. I bet I won't ace it all. Not bad at math. Well, I'm bad at math too. In fact, I am absolutely atrocious at math. Like I couldn't like I can add and subtract if it's simple enough. Like there's some people that's like, oh, that, like, you know, there's like a math problem, like, oh, it's just this, you know. I can't do that. I cannot do that. I could never. 10 minutes. Yeah, no commercial break. Cause on YouTube, right? Do do do. Julio, welcome. Happy 18th anniversary to Johnny Test. Almost 20 years, yeah. Man, 2025, if the math is correct. Oh, there you go, Alba. Yeah, 2025. Yeah, he's gonna be 20. Man. Thunder but no rain. That's weird, Blakenator. Thunder but no rain. Cause usually we get rain, but lots of thunder. And some lightning, too, threw in there. Teacher Man wasn't a bad teacher. Just wanted Johnny to get into his wanted to reach his full potential. That's true. I gotta say that too. Johnny Bench is an amazing example for that. Oh, great example for that. But I feel like that was like one of the few examples there too. Scott Fellows should be rebooting Big Time Rush on Paramount Plus after they get, they've gotten back, they got the band back together and they're touring around. I feel like that was a perfect opportunity to, you know, get the show back on. Not like on, I mean, you know, in action stuff. A new, like the next season. I don't know how. I think they have 4 seasons, right? So maybe like a season 5 would be cool. Yeah, I would love if he did that. He probably tried, to be honest, too. He probably tried. But for some reason, Nickelodeon, they treat Scott's stuff very differently. And then, you know, they treat him differently, I'll say. I don't know why. Good Burger is getting a new movie. Yes, I've seen the, trailers and, like, teasers, all that. I've actually never seen that. But I know it's a Nickelodeon show, live action show too. And wasn't one of the characters on SpongeBob at one point in Big Birthday Blowout? I think it was probably one of them. Either way, that's really cool, seeing it reviving like that. Power Rangers Cosmic Furies coming fast this year? Dang, that's cool. Got a few months left, so it's gonna come out in one of those months, so very, very soon. Scott Fellows should do a Johnny Test and Super Noobs crossover. I agree. Yes. Imagine Johnny Test going live action. Yeah, like a live action movie would be kind of interesting, I've got to say. I cannot for the life of me remember the name of Johnny Test's mom. You're making a Tupi AI? Ooh, that's gonna be cool. That's gonna be cool to hear. His laugh. Do, 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 do. Did you know that there was a block on Cartoon Network where they played both Johnny Bravo and Johnny Test named Johnny Johnny? Yes, I wish I could have seen that, but I don't have Cartoon Network back in that time. But that sounds awesome, and I know it existed because of the promo. He's got my name. He's got my name. That must have been a great time to just be on the network watching and stuff. We just changed the hours at work to fall hours. Not much of a difference. Then why bother change it, right? Have a good day, Blake and Aaron. Thanks for tuning on in and celebrating the 18th anniversary for Johnny Test. Yeah, have a good rest of the day, buddy. Multiverses is coming back in. Oh yeah, I heard that 2024 because they're fixing the server and lag stuff to make it enjoyable and better for the people. Yeah, yeah. That's cool. That's cool that they're actually doing stuff like that. I don't know if it's still playable though. That I don't know. Like while it's down. Maybe it's down, I don't know. But yeah, hopefully they're going to add more characters in there too, cuz that would be absolutely awesome to see. Um Fingers crossed, hopefully Johnny's in there. Cuz if I'm telling you, if Johnny's in multiverses, that would just really automatically bring multiverses up to my line of favorite video games. Like it just needs that one thing to bring it up here for me. Obviously, other people love the game, and would have it as like one of their top favorites. But me, it take just that tiny thing, just playable Johnny Test in that game to bring it up here, you know, for me. What's going on, Beth? Welcome, welcome. Currently babysitting and saw you were live. Wanted to say hi. Thanks for tuning on in, especially to the 18th anniversary for Johnny Test. 18 whole years. If you're babysitting, you should put on Johnny Test. That'll help with the babysitting. Letting it go by. Johnny. You wish Johnny Test was on Max? Yeah, that'd be pretty cool to see actually, yeah. But yeah, I feel like Netflix wouldn't allow that. It's like, no, he's ours. Not letting anyone use it and play it. HBO Max is now Max. Yep, that was a meme showing Max from Ben 10. I've seen one with like Max from Max and Ruby. I've seen one with a YouTuber that I know named Max. That was like a really short meme life. Like it lived on for a little, just a sliver. Obviously because the name change was just, you know, it just happened. So the memes were pretty brief too, but they were good. They were good. It'd be funny if Johnny Test did an episode parodying the magical girl genre. That'd be interesting, although it's funny because during during a McDonald's toy run, it's one of them. It was actually the boys' toys line, and then the girls' toy line was actually an anime, a magical girl anime. I don't know the name. I think it's like Sakura Card something another. Like I know Sakura is in the name. That's all. But yeah, it kind of had a small dichotomy in there. Would you rather prefer Cartoon Network USA, Teletoon Canada, or Nickelodeon Germany? Myself, I gotta go Teletoon Canada. It was such a, like, I have so many nice memories with Teletoon. Like, it was just a perfect place for me to come back from school. All of my favorite shows, one after another, after another, after another, just on Teletoon, right until I have to go to bed, right? So, I have so much good memories with that. And yeah, just, you know, coming home after school for that was great. Not to mention it was on Disney. Oh yes, that's right, Disney Channel at one point. I always forget that it was on Disney. Given with the old uploads on YouTube with the Disney Channel logo. Yeah, that's always one I don't remember. Like, I always forget it's been on Disney. Also, there's some German SpongeBob songs, which are parodies of popular songs. Are they like unique songs? That's interesting. Albina Salives, what's going on? What's poppin'? Welcome to the Johnnyversary stream, 18th anniversary. Welcome back to the channel. When is Isabel coming back? She was here earlier. Oh, she was she went to watch an episode of Johnny Test. She's gonna be back, she said. I think you're mentioning Card Captor Sakura. Yes, that has to be it. Yes. I just remember Sakura and Card. That's all. Okay, that's the name. Yes, yes. Okay, that was the girls' line of the McDonald's Toys era that had the boys' line of Johnny Test and the girls' line of Card Captor Sakura. Yeah. Those I've recently seen a photo of like all the toys with both lines. That's pretty interesting to see. That was cool. And also, I did not just bring up McDonald's for no reason at all. just know there's a reason I brought up McDonald's. Not like I have to advertise it, because I don't. There's no reason I have to advertise. McDonald's. I'm eating it. Johnny had an iPhone looking thing called Cal, and literally like a season later or something, he had a flip phone. That's true, that's true. Johnny was season 4, and then I guess that kind of brought him like, ugh, I don't want this new technology. I'm gonna stick with the flip phone. Because it's way more safe. Way more safe. You know? Because Cal was gonna destroy the world. Do you think it would be great if Johnny Test and D and Ace had a crossover? I have heard that name before. Let me look that up. I know I've heard that name before. Let's see. Images. Oh, right. Okay, I've seen these characters before. You know, I think if there were to be a crossover with that, seeing like Johnny Test put into this style would be pretty interesting. That'd be cool. Yeah, but yeah, crossovers in general are just awesome to see. He's got my name. I bet Rick and Morty and Johnny Test would do a crossover. It would be insane. Yo, I could actually see that like easier. I could see that easily. Like the Simpsons coach gag featuring them. What do you think of my Kevin AI? That was really cool to hear. That was really cool. And then hearing those no words that he said. Do you wish they did a Johnny Test game for a console? I do, yes. I've always wished that they made a similar style to SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom. You know, free roam, 3D platformer, and you know all that stuff that went into that video game. I wish there was like a Johnny Test take on something like that. You know, kind of like, let's say Susan and Mary's Inventions kind of take over Pork Belly. You know how Plankton's robots kind of did the same with Bikini Bottom in that sense. Like something like that, and then the same gameplay style, all the locations. I'd love to see that. So yeah, something like that I'd love to see. It would be interesting to imagine if they did a Johnny Test anime. I'd love if they did that actually. As a huge anime fan myself, that would be cool to see. At least we have a somewhat canon Johnny Test anime design in Fusion Fall. So at least there's that we can look to, right? So, and I love that style too. I love it. But yeah, that would be absolutely awesome if they could do something like that. Do 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 do. Do do. Not a, whoops. Not exactly was a huge fan of magical girl shows, but prefer sci-fi, and this is why I done GVA. 7 years that I made. Wow, 7 years. Sheesh. Did you know that Scott Fellows was one of the writers on The Fairly Odd Parents? Yes. Yeah, he was on more of the early seasons, and then he had to stop and work on his shows because he was doing BTR, Ned's, and Johnny Test was coming, so he had to get to work on those. But he did get some good experience with writing on Fairly Odd Parents, which is why he's so good today and stuff. Because he had all that good experience working on there, cracking all these great jokes, great stories, and then even he came back in later seasons of Fairly Odd Parents, and that was during Johnny Test. We're in the middle of Johnny Test, right? So you can sense that his writing style kind of carried over into Fairly Odd Parents. Like, we could hear certain catchphrases like didn't see that coming in Fairly Odd Parents with episodes he's wrote. There's certain kind of pacings that he has that translates into the Fairly Odd Parents when he came back to write, and I think there's some other stuff too that spawned into Fairly Odd Parents when he came back too, because he had like Johnny on, he's been working on Johnny Test for so long, so he just had that writing style, in his mind at that time. Not to mention his brother Mark was done working on one episode of Kick Battalion. Oh, was Mark on that show? That's cool. Mark Fellows, who's Scott's brother, who also worked on every show there is. That's funny. Works on every show. Yeah, he did Johnny Fu from what I remember, and a few other ones, but Johnny Fu I think is the one I remember him doing the most. A Giantess game console could be like a hat in time. I've never heard of that. Is that a game? If so, I gotta know. What kind of gameplay is it? A hat in time. I'm making Kevin AI sing the clean version of Pump It. It's funny hearing him do no words. He's gonna do a clean version. Did you know that Atomic Cartoons worked on Atomic Betty and seasons 4 to 6 of Johnny Test? I didn't know about Atomic Betty, although now that I think about it, with the name, that's pretty funny. And didn't Atomic Cartoons work on one season, one episode? I think it was Turbo Action Backpack. So that's pretty interesting. I could imagine the ideal Johnny Test game being similar to, Ratchet and Clank, and 3D Mario platformers. Ooh, yeah. Sonic Frontiers, Freedom Planet. Only for the combat elements, so. Yeah, I could see that too, like, mixing a few elements of those games, put them into one Johnny Test game. I think that'd be pretty cool. Yeah, there's so much it could do. I knew Timmy just said, I'm telling ya, I've seen this somewhere before. That's where Johnny said it, yeah. And, oh yes, that's right, now that you say it, that brought memories, like, there was a Star Wars parody somewhere in Fairly Odd Parents, and I think Scott wrote that episode too. And Scott, with his great history in Star Wars parodies, we've had, obviously, every Dark Vegan episode, the Bed Eye Night episode from season 6, it wasn't really an episode, it was just a little opening skit for Johnny's Junkie Trunk, and of course How to Become a John Eye Knight. So, like, he's done quite a bit, so. And then translates into Fairly Odd Parents, where, hey, another Star Wars crossover, same writer. Hat in Time is a 3D platform. Okay, so we're on the same page here. Cat in the Hat ripoff. Yeah, that was my first thought too. Like, is that like a Cat in the Hat game? Like Cat in the Hat, a Hat in Time? Like, I thought it was like that. So it's a 3D platformer. Yeah, most of us want 3D platformers for Johnny Test game. Kevin's mom didn't like Kevin's choice of wording. I would not imagine so. That's why she left. Did you know that Andrew Francis voiced Gil from Johnny Test? And even Genki from Monster Rancher. I didn't know he did, I don't know what Monster Rancher is. But I gotta look that up. I wanna see what Andrew's character looked like in there. Monster Rancher. Images. Oh, it looks like a anime style. Oh, that's his character. Yeah, I could see his voice behind a character like that. Wearing his hat on backwards like a cool kid. Yeah, I could see Andrew behind a character like that. Backwards hat. Monster Rancher. 2016? Ooh. It looks very Pokemon inspired, like the whole style thing. There's a bunch of creatures I see. Like Pokemon creatures, you know? That's cool. Gonna make a Dookie AI next? Singing Pump It? Dang, Dookie. Which one? The Trevor one, right? Or the Louis one? I think it's easier to get Trevor because I don't think anybody or any website has a Louis Giroux Dookie AI voice. I think they're all just Trevor Duvall. I don't know why either. I don't know why. Maybe it's because they look it up and it's like, oh, that's the first name I see as the character. The Trevor voice, yeah. Yeah, I feel like people who look up who is Dookie, they're gonna find Trevor first because he was like the latest in the original show, plus the actually latest one in the revival. You ever heard of Edda and Eddie? Yes, I have. It's also one of those shows I haven't seen. Because I don't think I've seen it on any network that I had in my country. The best Pokemon clone is Yokai Watch. I've heard of that one. Yeah, there is quite a few Pokemon clone type things. Like, I think Digimon is one. And there's another one that I don't remember. But there's like 3 I recognize as one. Now, with Monster Rancher as being a new one. It's so funny, the little girl I'm babysitting is just repeating things I'm saying. It's so funny. I'm just trying to watch my fave Johnny Test streamer. Stop repeating what I'm saying. Stop repeating what I'm saying. Stop doing that. Stop doing that. She's gonna swear a lot, and then the Wet Bandit, which I'm gonna make Harry and Marv both. Harry will swear damn too much. The power you can do with artificial intelligence voices. What if there was a parody named Five Nights at Johnny's? Oh man, a fan game like that would be really cool to see. Cause like there was things like that with Five Nights at Wario's, Five Nights at the Krusty Krab, Five Nights at the Chum Bucket, like taking more like cartoony things, putting them into the horror Five Nights at Freddy's style as a video game. Seeing like horror humanoids of Johnny Test characters in a video game would be pretty interesting. Pretty interesting. Although I do feel like they did sort of parody Five Nights at Freddy's in season 8 with what was it called? Johnny's Got Game. That's it. Johnny's Got Game with the robot animatronic band and the whole building structure kind of felt like the Pizza Plex from Security Breach. Like you could see the whole, like it zoomed out and there was another addition being built onto Don and Bobo's. And that really drew me back into FNAF VR Help Wanted, where when before pre-security breach, they were teasing in the VR game the next game, which is security breach. So you go through a certain door in the Help Wanted game, and you see the Pizzaplex being built. So seeing that again really reminded me, like, is that what they're doing here? They're kind of mixing a FNAF parody with like Pizzaplex kind of thing going on with security breach. That I always thought that'd be pretty fun to like remember going back, you know, because like, you know, robot animatronics banned at a like arcade place, right? FNAF stuff. You're gonna make an Ash Ketchum AI? Dang, that's cool. That's really cool. Gotta catch 'em all. Pokemon. Man, I recently rewatched Pokemon with like the whole first season. It was so good to see that all again. So fun. When it comes out to, or sorry, when it comes to headcanons, I can imagine Johnny Test getting into One OK Rock. I don't know what that is, but is it like a band, I feel like? Let's see. Copy. Oh, images? No, images. No. Images. Click. Oh, yeah, I can see that. I can kind of see that, yeah. It looks like, yeah, the style of this group looks up his alley, I've got to say. What are your favorite Nintendo Switch games? Let's see. Nintendo Switch games. I don't own a Nintendo Switch, but I do know some of the titles. Like I do like the Pokemon games that are on that. And the upcoming Mario games look pretty cool for that. Ultimate Summer Camp is one of my favorites for that. And the new Spy Family game for next year's coming out on that, so that's gonna be one of my favorites. What if Johnny Test gets a bit more serious? Well, that's what my spin-off concept is about. Basically balancing between fun and seriousness. Yeah, I do like when things do that too. Well, not do that, I mean like are that, I guess. Getting into a little more serious, like serious stuff makes for better lore, and it makes the lore more noticeable. Cause like one of my favorite things is lore. I'm a what they call lore junkie, and yeah, that's just me. So even though Johnny Test is you know, goofiness kind of hides the lore. It doesn't show it much. I'll still dig it up and put it together. Artificial intelligence can do anything. It can sing the White Boy from Canada, Justin Bieber song. The White Boy from Canada. That's just pretty much him, isn't it? I'm iffy around the AI for various reasons, mainly fear of theft. Yeah, there's always the things that are to be a little cautious about AI, but if you're just using it for fun, right? Like when Bougie Mashup's making a 2P AI voice, singing some songs, it's just fun. It's just a lot of dumb fun we have. Opinion on Sword Art Online. Let me copy and paste that, because I think I know what that is. Is it an anime or a video game? Because I think it's an anime. If it is, I have been meaning to watch it. I haven't seen it yet though. Because I feel like I've seen an anime with that name or something that sounds like it. But I think it's also a video game. I don't know. It's an anime? Okay, I thought so, because I remember seeing it on streaming service, and I was like, I want to see that. So I am gonna see it sometime. I just gotta knock some anime off my watch list to, to make room to get that higher on the list. I'm kind of working down. But yeah, the name kind of intrigued me, so I wanted to, see what it was about. Remember uploading Johnny Test AMV year 3000. Hopefully it's premiered again on August 27th, same year, same thing as 4 years. Yeah, I do remember that, yeah. Do you own any video game systems? Yes. I have the purple GameCube, the silver GameCube, I sound really old. I'm a boomer, aren't I? Sega Genesis, Nintendo 64, Xbox 360, Wii, the red Wii, Game Boy Advance, the original Game Boy. What else? Is that all? Yes, I think that's all. I know, I am a absolute boomer. And I can't help it. Everything I own is old. Everything. Oh boy. Although, I recently, not regarding video games, I went to a mall and I was in a record store and I was browsing like the DVD section. Found a lot of animes that I wanted to see in DVD form. Not that I was gonna buy them, but I saw them. And I found SpongeBob the Third movie on DVD, which I was meaning to get because I wanted it on DVD, so I have all the movies on DVD. And I got it. So that's very hype. That's very hype to have in the collection. Man, I have so many video game, like, the discs too, for the consoles too. Like, so many. Just so many. What would happen if Jonas, a Disney show, was actually made by Scott Fellows? Well, I feel like it definitely have to have its Scott-isms, like the little parody hints going in and out, silly sound effects, all that stuff. And fast pacing too. Some fast pacing I feel like it'd have too. Opinion on Breadwinners. I know it's a widely disliked show. Widely disliked, but I actually do really enjoy it. I think it's probably one of my top favorite Nickelodeon shows, I'd say. I know, weird. Yeah, I know, it's very, disliked, from what I know. Widely, I would say. But, I personally enjoy it very much. So much I own the Season 1 DVDs. So much so. I don't know if Season 2 has DVDs, because if it did, I probably would have tried to get it. But I don't know if they do. And I don't think I've seen too much of Season 2. I've only seen it on TV, because it aired on Nickelodeon in my country, of course. But I don't remember too much about Season 2, because I haven't seen it as much, because I had the DVDs for Season 1, and I'm able to watch it how much I want. Opinion on Attack of the Killer Virus. I don't remember which one that is, but I think it's one of the ones I did the video on, right? But I did enjoy the first ones I saw in there. The Killer Virus. Also, like, about Breadwinners, like, the first 2 episodes, in my opinion, they look like they're animated differently. Like, they look like they're animated better than the rest of the series. Like, there's just something about the first 2 episodes that look really good. Like, animation-wise, I feel like the lighting had a different take to it in the first 2 episodes. So, I don't know. Like, it just looks good. And by first episode, I mean, first 2 episodes, I mean, episode 1A-B. That's what I mean, not like, you know, episode 1 and 2. You know what I mean? I don't know. I just have to point it out. Yes, I've heard, yeah. Robbie Damon, the voice of Sway Sway, voiced a character in that Hi-Fi Rush game. Yes, yes. That's cool. I was actually listening to his things he's shown on Twitter. Like, he's showing a little bit of his character in there, and I was like, I love hearing his voice in there. That was so cool. So cool. He's one of my favorites, I've got to say, Robbie. One of my favorite VAs, as the kids say these days. Vaz. And then he did the Tuxedo Mask guy in Sailor Moon. Super cool. Ideas for a Johnny Test parody on Power Rangers. Oh, yo, okay. I feel like take Johnny's Supreme theme, right? Have a similar concept with that. With the Chinese live action films with like the dubbed mouths, you know? So like similar thing with that, but with a Power Rangers skin over it. Plus we don't just have Johnny, Dookie, and Bling Bling. We'll have a few more characters having all the colored suits going on at the same time, right? I think playing Power Rangers as a like old school Chinese show with dubbed lips would be so funny in the show. I've actually thought about that. What new video games do you plan on playing? Just earlier this week I started playing Resident Evil 4 Remake because it was on sale for like $50. So I bought that and I beat it in 11 hours, the pause menu said. So that was cool. I love that game so much. I hope it gets game of the year this year. Yeah, that was a blast to play through. Let's see. Next video games. I am looking forward to that Spy Family video game, but that's coming next year, I think, 2024. Let's see. I don't know. I mean, probably a FNAF fan game, to be perfectly honest. Like, that's just what I do. But I'm also planning on playing the Johnny Test video game, the DS game. One of my friends are gonna hook me up with how to play it. They did help me get to play it in 2021, but I never I don't know why. I could have done a video series on it then. For whatever reason, I didn't have the time. I don't know why. I literally don't know why. Like, if you've been following this channel for a while, you'd know that a lot of things go on random hiatuses. Like, you look at Cosmic Shake, that game, it went on a few hiatuses for no particular reason. Like, I just lose time. But yeah. Probably some FNAF game. Because I have to. More of a Japanese... Okay, yeah. Yeah, I probably did mistake it for, like... Totsuzaku! I would assume so, yeah. Bling Bling-san! You respect and leave my sister! Bling Bling-san. Kids weren't old enough back then to know what that meant and all that stuff. Like, that scene in that episode. They weren't old enough to understand. What if SpongeBob were anime inspired? The SpongeBob anime? That thing? That is cool. I love that thing. I remember it. Was it 2020, I think it was? When it came out with its first episode? Narmak? That was a good time to be alive. So hype. Until Nickelodeon came and stomped on that guy's dreams. But yeah, I love that. It had a great theme song too. Great animation too. I bet there will be an army of Heather clones. An army. How's it going, Starlit? Welcome, welcome to the 18th anniversary for Johnny Test. A Johnny Test Power Rangers parody does sound like a good idea, actually. Yeah. I've actually thought of that before, like having all the characters in the other colors, kind of like that. What I thought was a Chinese thing, but I guess Japanese thing, with the like in the show in Johnny Test. That's what Power Rangers kind of is to them. Like it would be considered as an old Chinese and or Japanese show. I don't know which one. Probably Japanese, but they'd have poorly dubbed lips like as a joke and stuff. I love that. Any plans to speedrun the game? You know, probably. I don't know. Probably. I have to learn how to play it first. I did access the main menu screen because they wanted me to open the game to see if it actually worked, and I did, and it worked, but now I have to get it back. They're gonna help me get it back though. They'll help me. Yeah, because I don't know how to play it, how to get it to work, but they do, so that's the issue. But I wish I played it in 2021 when they helped me actually get to it. I don't know why. I just did not have time to play it. I don't know why. Because like back then I was on a schedule, a forced schedule on myself. Every Tuesday and Friday it was like, you guys are gonna get a video. And the thing is, back then I did not do Let's Plays. If it was rare, I'd say rare. So I did not know how to do it. I feel like that was a little part of like hesitation. Have to do something BRB? No problem at all. Do you wish the Japanese dub of the original Johnny Test went past season one? Yes, I've heard that they've only did one season of the show, which I do find kind of odd, and I don't know why, but I do wish that too. Yeah, I do want. I wish other people from other places who have different languages can enjoy this show in their language. I love that because it makes the show more accessible, broader. What does broader mean? A wider audience. I don't know what broad means, because broad to me sounds small, but at the same time, I feel like it means wide and large. You know, broad audience, right? But either way, having it more around the world, I love that idea. More people get to see it, more people get to experience it, more people know what it is. So when you go around talking about, yo, Johnny Test this, Johnny Test that, people in other places will be like, hey yo, what that? Hey yo, what that? Any hopes for the lost pilots being found along with the remaining lost web series episodes? Yes, absolutely. We don't we have theories that the web series episodes are just in the Wild Brain vault, locked up tight in London. So I'm gonna have to go there one day and, like, you know, put on the black spy suit, expert series of pulleys, kind of like sneak my way into the vault and steal the web series episodes. It's gonna be like a total vlog. Hey guys, I'm currently breaking into Wild Brain Spark headquarters, and you are going to be an accomplice. It'd go something like that, and then everyone gets in trouble, not just me. Okay. But as for the pilot, though, that we don't too much know about the whereabouts of. Obviously, it has to be somewhere. Man. The idea is it's somewhere in the Warner Brothers, you know, studios, one of its locations and whereabouts. It has to be somewhere there, possibly, because that one we don't know too much about, whereas the web series we have, you know, distinct clues, and we lived through it, and we lived through the loss of it, whereas the pilot we didn't know about until, you know, a while later into the show. What if you grew so famous to where your videos got dubbed into other languages? Oh my god, that's funny. One of my friends a while ago in like 2020, 2021 era said like they wanted to see, like, try to like take my videos and like subtitle other languages on them and post them. I was like, that'd be funny to see, but I thought there's a feature to do that. I don't know, but that would be kind of funny. Excelente. Facte numero dos. Johnny. Words and other words in language. Help me out here. Help me out. I don't know languages other than French. Johnny. Test Johnny. I don't know. I pretend to know French. I pretend to know French. That's all. That's all I do. I am just a big pretender on my French side. You know French? Yeah, I know French. Can you do it? No, I can't. Did you know that Mr. Beast has the same Japanese voice actress as Naruto? I did not. That's interesting. So there's people that dub Mr. Beast videos, and in the Japanese one they have the voice of Naruto. That's pretty interesting. That's pretty cool, actually. Can you draw Jillian Vegan, Claire Nefarious, Janet Nelson Jr., and Sissy wearing GVA outfits? I don't know, maybe. I didn't know that. I actually never knew that people dubbed like YouTube videos. That never would have crossed my mind, actually. That never would have crossed my mind. Hot pink. Yeah, the pink would go well with Janet, because that's her kind of color, right? Pink shirt, white pants, all that stuff. Fingerless gloves, yep. SML has gone downhill. I've heard that name before. Who is that? Is that like a... Is that a commentary or reaction thing? I don't remember. I don't know who they are. But my brother, I think, has talked about them, and I don't think he likes them, so I assume they've probably gone downhill. Yeah, I don't know who they are. But yeah, I think I've heard my brother talk about them. A plush channel. Oh, okay. Maybe he said something else that sounds like that, like has the same acronym. Maybe SNL? I don't know. I'm gonna have to look this up. Let's see. Police, I swear to God. Oh, this. I've seen these thumbnails before, but I've never really clicked on anything. Let's see. Jeffy's yes or no coin. Who built the pyramids? Cody's boy band. Mind control helmet. Brooklyn Guys Ball. Junior the crazy boyfriend. Jeffy's Rubik's Cube. Well, Ronald McDonald. So these guys are like puppets, so it's like a puppet show? Oh, I see. The guy actually puts his hand in the shot too. Yeah, so it's like a puppet show, huh? I have no idea. They still look like they're doing numbers though, but regarding quality, I'm not sure. Ooh. Thanks for tuning in, Albot. Get to work. Get to work. Stay on that grind. No, I prefer SMG4. Wow, they do have a. Yeah, that's interesting. The names are both like just letters. Imagine SMG4 like series, but with Johnny Test. The closest thing to that is probably the Comedy Minute series. Just a bunch of wacky stupidity, all in a short period of time. Johnny, wanna build a fence? Oh man, I gotta find what episode to like edit next into like a Comedy Minute. Would you say that Balan Wonderland is terrible? I gotta look that up. Whoa, what is this? It looks like one of the three-dimensional open world Pokemon games to me. It has the same vibrant bright colors, but like the stages or whatever you call them kind of look like, you know, 3D Mario games. It's kind of like a blend between those two. 2021 platform game, principally developed at this, published there. Assuming the role of two children guided by a magical being called Balan, the player explores 12 worlds themed after the hearts of troubled individuals. Oh, the story sounds interesting. Although it looks like the ratings on Steam aren't, you know, the best. Let's see. It's on sale. $10. It sells for $52 CAD. CAD. Wow, that's quite the sale. Never in my life has a game made me ask what the F is happening over and over again as much as this has. It's a scam. What the hey? Look at these reviews. Let's say Mario. This might be Mario Odyssey. Bruh, what the hey? It looks like the overall rating is 6 out of 10, it looks like. 19% of Google users like this video game. Dang. I guess it's not amazing, eh? Favorite game stuck on the GameCube? Oh, dang. I remember liking Shrek 2, the video game, and Shrek Super Slam. That was fun. Nicktoons Unite is definitely at the top there. And Volcano Island as well. I desperately wish either both Volcano Island or Nicktoons Unite, or one of them, I don't care, got a cool remake in, you know, this day and age. I love that. Because I played that too much as a kid. That was probably the one game that I played the most. Other than let's say like Lego Star Wars. Because like I played Lego Star Wars games also almost equally as much as that game. What else is there? Stuck on the GameCube. Mario or no. Does that count? Or because like I feel like it's been other places. If memory serves correctly, I don't know. Like a not remaster, but like, oh, we put all of them in a bundle. Now you can play it on the Switch, you know, something like that. So I don't know if that would count. But Mario Party's games I'd love. My favorite is actually the Mario Party 6, I think it is. That one's my favorite. Did you know that the GameCube version of Nicktoons Battle for Volcano Island is exclusive to North America? I did not know. That's cool though. So I'm I was privileged enough to have a one of the rare copies. Dang, I did not know that. So the GameCube version. That's cool. That's cool. How about Mario Party Superstars? It has an online function. I have not played that actually. Is that a Switch game, right? That kind of reminds me of Sonic Superstars. The names. I'm really excited for Sonic Superstars though. That looks fun. You can have 2Ds, 3Ds, Lego Sonic, which that is the selling point for me. I want it because of Lego Sonic, but also I love what the game is, what it's gonna be. Like just classic stuff with a whole new tint onto it. Plus, it's gonna be up to 4-player, so that's cool. I'm really excited for Sonic Superstars, but Super Mario Party Superstars. I do like every Mario Party, so that's probably one of them as well. Also with the online function, that's pretty cool, cause you don't really. I don't know, cause party games like that, I feel like they some of them go online too, right? Like I'm very old school, so I'm used to like, you know, sitting next to the other players, you know? So like playing Mario Party, whoever, like my friend or my brother is on, you know, right next to me playing the other characters. So I never really thought of like online functions in party games like that. Wonder, oh, the Wonder one, yeah, that one's coming out soon. Well, I don't know when it's coming out, but future. He's gonna be turning into elephants and stuff, or is it already out? I don't know. I have no clue. I just know he's gonna be an elephant at one point in there. Although I will say, I did see the trailer for that when it came out, and that was pretty cool. Did you know that the SpongeBob Atlantis SquarePantis for the Game Boy Advance and DS were the first SpongeBob games to come out in Japan? Oh, I did not. That's pretty cool though. Also, I didn't know they were on those consoles. Well, handheld consoles. Wow, because I have that game on Wii, yeah. I find it really interesting seeing, you know, how not every game, I mean, certain games have certain ports to other things. Like here, Atlantis SquarePantis is on the Advance on the DS. They're gonna look different on those compared to the Wii, like very, very different. So I always find that really interesting, seeing stuff like that. Apparently Shrek 2, the video game, the PC version is like very, very, very different than the GameCube version. Like very different. Like it's barely the same game. I feel like it's just pretty much, you know, it's doing the same movie. That's pretty much the same thing, I feel like. But yeah, like I wonder how that looked like, the Atlantis SquarePantis on those, because I'm so used to seeing it in 3D with SpongeBob and was it Plankton, like kind of hovering around as the player too. I think it was that game, unless it's some other game I was thinking of. And then there's all those SpongeBob GameCube games, which the movie game is one of the, also now that I think of it, one of my favorite games stuck on the GameCube. I would love to replay that game actually. I haven't played it for a long time. I don't remember if I beat it though. I feel like I got stuck somewhere, like right before the ending. I did beat Battle for Bikini Bottom before on the GameCube. I haven't beat it on PC yet. But the movie game, I feel like I got stuck somewhere as a kid. So I wonder if my save file's still there, which should be. Got a memory card. If it's still there, I wonder if I could, like, you know, get it. I think I was stuck as when David Hasselhoff, you know, brings us back down to Planktonomore. I think that's where I got stuck somewhere. I couldn't progress. Because a game for babies. Video games were so hard back then. Like, you look at it today, everything's way easier than, you know, video games back then. I find that very funny. It's because back then we were tough. We were tough people back in the day. Way tough. Like a video game here, oh, brush it off, right? You see a video game now, it's like, it's too hard. Oh man, it's one of my favorite video game-esque jokes. Like someone playing an old game and then like actually finding something like hilariously difficult and then pointing out like, yeah, this is just how video games were back in the day. Which is pretty true, right? And that's the thing with like remakes of games. Like you see them remake a game that's really old. Are they gonna keep the same difficulty, or are they gonna modernize it and make it slightly easier? That's always like a thing with remakes too. Like I know with the remakes there's obviously like voiceover, there's like how they portray certain scenes, what they take out, what they add in, all that stuff. But no one really thinks about the difficulty-wise stuff, you know, in comparison to old video games versus, you know, modern video games, how they get gotten substantially easier than before. Like the Resident Evil 4 that I started playing, like the old one was pretty difficult, but then the new one, I feel like it is pretty easy. Well, fairly easy. I mean, fairly easy, I'd say. Not so easy like, you know, I can just do this. RE games are, you know, by nature difficult because especially with your ammunition. With your ammunition, you gotta conserve that crap like crazy if you want to, you know, succeed in that game, if you want to prevail. So that's one part of the difficulty in that one. So I don't know, man. It's a good staple, I feel. Good staple. Speaking of Atlantis Square Pandas, though, that was a cool episode. I kind of wish Johnny Test got a few specials like that, but it didn't really get much. It just got, you know, the final ending and, you know, season 3 as a special, kinda. Man, I feel old now, given it's been 18 years. I know. and plus, we're older than Johnny Test by a bit. We're a little older than him, and like we feel old. I always find that weird because like I feel like younger people are supposed to say that, you know. You know, now that the show's 18, let's say they were born in 2007. You know, like they'd be like, I feel old now. But as older folks are like, who are older than the show itself, we feel old because the show is getting old. That's how we define our aging process. Everything is deeply connected to Johnny. Everything. Well-itty well. Woo! Ultimate Meatloaf Quest. I gotta go back and find all the endings. All the endings. Get all the endings. And find the juicy lore within all of the endings. What does this ending mean? The Kansas ending versus the golden ending. I feel like there's only a few endings mid-game, right? I remember the Kansas ending and the golden ending. They were like in, you know, mid-game endings, right? I don't remember if there was any other ones, but of course there's obviously actual endings too, with like you know, the dog food one, the actual good meatloaf one, and etc, etc. About that interactive special, any ideas to spice things up to make it more fun? Let's see. Spice it up to make it more fun. Let's see. Oh, more portals I've always wanted. Like there was only like basically 2 portals, blue and red. I wish there was like, you go down a certain path, you'll only going down that one path will bring you to a green portal, and then go through the other portal. One certain path will bring you to a different, like a purple portal, something like that, you know? So like secrets, I'd love to see that. Happy birthday to Johnny Tennis Balls. Tentacle. What's going on? It's something. Welcome to the 18th Johnnyversary. Tennis ball. Tentacles. Oh man. Squidward tortellini. Will I ever win? But yeah. More portals I'd like more secrets, stuff like that. That was like my one complaint, if you could call it, with that game. I just wanted more portals to it. Like, we had the dog world, and we had the monster world, and that was pretty much it. But something kind of balancing that out was like, we learned that Johnny Tests kind of has a connection to reality. Tortellini! With the golden portal. So much like how SpongeBob actually exists in our world, canonically, so to speak, so does Johnny Test come the revival, right? Somehow, some way, Susan and Mary has just created their world's link to our world. So I like that. That's cool. And then they contacted us. It's like, get off my screen. That was a fun game. But what else could there be to like spice up that game? Let's see. I feel like the story with that was pretty okay, pretty good. You know, seeing like other characters, we just pretty much saw the Test family. That's pretty much it. If we saw a few other characters, that'd be pretty cool. And you know, if we actually saw, let's say, one of the characters that we wanted to see so badly in the revival, let's say Sissy, Janet, or another character along those lines, Montague, you know, characters like that. If we saw maybe one of them in one of the portals, right? That'd be cool. Like, maybe they didn't want those characters in the show. They didn't want to pay the voice actors for that. So maybe you just had that character in the background. That'd be pretty awesome. And plus having it even more hype, having them be in the background of the game. That'd be cool. My only gripe with the revival is the theme song. I kind of agree with that too. Although I do love the theme song. Unfortunately, I would have to put the revival's theme song. If I had to rank every theme song, like season 1's and the one that we know and love, the web series, I feel like I'd have to put that one at the bottom. Like, I wish there was, if there was a full version, that it'd be a different story, I feel like. But yeah, it is too short for my liking, way too short. Even the web series, it had a longer song. It had a longer theme song. So what am I saying? Yeah, so even the web series had a longer theme song. The issue is it was just cut off. Because like you can hear it fade away, and obviously that can't be the ending. So there's obviously more. And yeah. I'd love to try to contact the guy who made it and composed it, sang it, but I don't know if he's legally allowed to share it. That's the only issue. Darn you, Daniel. Remember me from the Totally Spies stream. I remember Blue Anderson, I remember that name. I was talking about how I make comics. Well, I moved on from that and I started to make short movies on my website, but it's not finished. It's a movie generator game where you can generate randomized movies. Hey, that's pretty cool. Well, yeah, I mean, you need some experience with, let's say, in order to make a movie. You can't just start there. You gotta learn little things before that. Comicking is a good way to start. You need some experience with making stories, boarding up stories with, you know, some sort of storyboard, which is pretty much what a comic is. Just a storyboard, you know, fully colored and all that, you know. storyboards are regularly just, you know, sketches playing out a story. But yeah, it's a good place to start. And then moving on, you can take that experience you learned with comics, going into a movie type thing, and you won't be like in the movie area being like, what do I do? You're gonna have your experience there. Copyright can be a pain in the butt. Yeah, I agree. Cause I could easily ask like, hey, you think you could, you know, throw it out there or something, you know? But yeah, he'd probably, Daniel, he'd probably get in a little bit of trouble if he did. That's the thing, and I don't want to get anybody in trouble. Cause like he doesn't particularly own the rights. He doesn't have he has the rights to use it, but he doesn't have the right to, like, you know, put it out there, right? It has to be officially out by Spark, Wildly Brain Spark. Not exactly movies, but short sketches. Yeah, I guess so, yeah. Same thing kind of still. You gotta have that experience that you learned before, then you can make the short sketches. Plus, having short sketches, after you take a dip in there, you can, like, move on to, like, slightly longer sketches too, right? So you're not gonna be stuck somewhere in short sketch range. You can't be stuck. Being stuck sucks. Short movies though. Daniel. Damn, Daniel. Back at it again with leaking the web series theme song. Oh, that reminds me of Teen Titans Go right there. Fun idea, an episode where the Test Gang meet their voice actors. I would love that. Just like that Teen Titans episode. Man, I feel like the Teen Titans in that episode, they had such a good story for that episode too. I don't remember it completely, but I do remember they were at Warner Brothers Studios, right? And for somehow they were just there. I don't remember the reason they were there, but they were just there for some reason, and they met their voice actors, which is really cool. And plus, seeing all of them in the TTG style and an animation, really cool. So in a Johnny Test sense of that, that'd be awesome to see. Animated James and everybody in X, you know? I would love to see that. Kind of like that one SpongeBob episode where they meet their voice actors on the sightseeing trip by Rube. Yeah, big birthday blowout. Yeah, they go to the trusty slab. I love that one, yeah. Big birthday blowout. Oh man, that was such hype. So much hype. I remember like trying to catch every single episode airing on Nickelodeon just to see it over and over and over again. Like, I stopped what I was doing just to, like, literally glue my eyes to the screen just for that one episode. It was so cool. Just seeing the actors doing on-camera acting too. Love it, love it, love it. Plus, voice acting the character as well. And then kind of dressing like them. Like, you saw Bill with the pink shirt, the shorts. You saw Tom, in the yellow shirt, all that. It was so good. It was a fantastic episode, yeah. And then we saw Mr. Lawrence with the robber outfit with the one eye hole in his mask. Oh man. And then right after that was the Krusty Krab pizza Easter egg in the garbage in the corner. That was fun. That was cool. And just seeing that little aquarium thing just driving around was so cool. That episode was like a 10 out of 10. It couldn't have gotten better. It could not have gotten better. I'm telling you. That was like peak modern SpongeBob. Absolute peak right there. Oh, dude, it was awesome. If you had to design a non-human JT character, what would the idea be? Ooh. So we have Dookie, we got Montague, we got Lolo, but a new one. Let's see. Oh, and of course the cat. The lab cat. I don't want to say cat because it already exists. Oh, and then there's that fish from Sleepover. That fish. Zizrar. He is. I mean, okay, to be honest, Zizrar is just a joke. If we're being honest, he's just a joke. Eek! My eyes! You know? Mittens is funny, I agree, yeah. He's one of the more top tier bad guys of the show. One of the top, yeah. He's a good one, yeah. The talking cat? Ah! So that's what I have to do to get rid of her. Oh, I love that joke. From 100th episode. It is I, Mr. Mittens. He had such a good debut episode. Mr. Mittens' debut episode was absolutely phenomenal. It was so good. Brain Freezer, he is also one that had a good debut episode. Johnny versus Brain Freezer, sorry. Yeah, we learned a little bit about him, a bit about his story before. Like, yeah, he's just a guy who walks around and sells people coffee on university campuses or college campuses with his cart. And he has a quick temper, and then he, somewhere down the line, developed his evil super power gauntlet, and then, you know, Ben 10 it, and then he has a suit on, right? Yeah, he's also a top tier one. I feel like I'd put him underneath Mr. Mittens, though. I think Mr. Mittens is a little better. In the sense. But non-human Johnny Test character. Then we have Cal. He's a non-human character. What else? Dark Vegan. Dark Vegan's my favorite, although he's a very low tier bad guy because he kind of sucks. But he's literally my favorite bad guy. Like, I love his story. I love, like, the background he comes from, outer space. He's an alien. I guess he's technically not human, right? Being like a Darth Vader parody is cool, and like, he's just so funny. Like, just the sheer idea of him, you know, having a job, you know. I find that funny. So he's one of my favorites. What would be the Johnny Test episode? What would the Johnny Test episode be if you are in that one? Jorf Muskerberg? Jorf Muskerberg. Johnny Unboxed? I am not Jorf Muskerberg. There's no way I am Jorf Muskerberg. That he dangerously looks a lot like me. He dangerously looks a lot like me. To the point where it's a little scurry. And then what was that web series episode with the 1001 facts? Johnny Trends. 1001 facts about me. Number 1. Yo, yeah, the toast, right? He's just such a goofball. I love him. The whole toast thing is great. Like, it's such a simple pleasure just to have as, like, his favorite thing in the world, right? It's just, like, so simple, right? Whereas, like, you know, other people have something a little more, you know, not so easy to access, like toast, but, like, then there's that guy, right? Oh, man. I love the toast gag. Then there's that Dark Johnny episode where he's learning about toasts too. He got his obsession. It's called bread. What is bread? Bread is what goes into the toaster, and it toasts the bread, and it makes the toast. Fascinating. He's spectacled by this concept. Now, where do you get this bread? My dad buys it. The way of the toast. The way of the samurai. It's the way of the toast. My man there lives by his own philosophies there. And they're all toasty philosophies there too. Oh boy. Toast, 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 toast. Oh dude, I wish they did the Darth Vader thing, but just did toast. Like, say there was this dark scene kind of opening up with the lights turning on. You see his feet walking by, kind of marching away, and it's kind of like panning up maybe. It's like toast, 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 something like that. That's such a good idea. They could have did that. Unless they didn't think of it like me, because I just thought of it now. Either way, that's quite the missed opportunity there. Toast, 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 toast. And I find it actually pretty interesting that like, James and Trevor actually have some Star Wars stuff on their resume too. Like, you know, obviously Obi-Wan Kenobi and Darth Sidious, you know? So that's pretty cool. So I wonder what it's like, you know, having that while doing some parodies of it in the other show they're working on, Johnny Test, right? Johnny in a Planet Toast, Part 1. Ooh, that'd make a cool special too, right? That'd make a pretty cool special. Because we had in How to Become a Johnny Knight, there was like the Ribeye Planet or whatever it was called, which was like the planet made of meat he was trying to destroy. What if there's other planets like that? Like obviously we have Vegan, kind of the opposite of the meat planet. But let's say he discovered this new planet. It was like bread based and toast based, right? That'd be funny. How about an idea where the test gang get accidentally teleported to a parallel dimension where people like Mr. Mittens and Braden Freezer are good guys and their counterparts being bad guys? Oh, I'd like that. I'd like that too. It reminds me of that Sonic Underground episode where Sonic, Sonia, and Manic, I don't remember the origin behind how, but they were in a different world where Robotnik was the freedom fighter, the good guy, and the parallels of Sonic, Sonia, and Manic were like the dictators, like, you know what I mean? So I kind of like to see that actually. Doing more stuff like Lil Johnny and Johnny Alternative is super cool. That's why I like League of Johnny so much. It showed so much more different takes on Johnny Test in other dimensions or universes, whatever you want to call them. I never know how to defer dimension versus universe. I never know. To me, they're kind of the same thing, but I also know and will take note that there is a difference between the two. But like, I know there is, and I know what the difference is. Yeah. Johnny Mirrored? That'd be a cool name for that. Johnny Mirrored. I like that name, yeah. Then just see the title card, how it'd play out. That'd be cool. Like, we take those two little avatars of Johnny, put them next to each other, right? And then like some kind of a dividing line in the middle, showing like the mirror, right? So it kind of plays off the mirror part of the title. That's cool. I like that. Johnny Mirrored. I love every name having Johnny in it. That's so fun. And then they continued it through the web series, continued it through the revival. It's so good. I love it. That's also kind of a Scott-ism because you see his 100 Things to Do Before High School. Every title was like 100 Things XYZ, you know? Super Noobs. It was like X noob, Y zoo noob, all that stuff. So, and I think Big Time Rush did that too, right? It was like Big Time, you know, whatever the episode was about, and then Ned's was like, you know, whatever guy, I don't know. I just know they all of his shows had a thing like that. They all had like a similar naming style where kind of just went. They continued the trend, so to speak. That is such a Scottism, though. I love all of his Scottisms. Ain't that right, Scott? Ain't that right, Scotty boy? Who I totally met at Starbucks 3 months ago. Yeah. Isn't my photo manipulation? No, I didn't say that word. I wasn't gonna brag about my skills. I wasn't gonna brag about my mad skills that I don't have. And obviously, since I don't have those mad skills, obviously I couldn't forge a totally realistic selfie that actually happened. that PNG cracks me the heck up. It cracks me the heck up. It looks so silly. It looks so real, but it is real. It is. Trust me, bro. It is real. It totally is real. And there's no reason why to think it isn't real. Because it is. Yeah. Yeah, talk to your goldfish. That's gonna be my thing whenever I like get in a situation like that. I'm like, I just lose track of what I'm trying to say. I'm like, talk to your goldfish. And then everyone does talk to their goldfishes because everybody happens to own a goldfish. Because apparently so. Apparently so. They all own goldfishes. I don't know why. They just do. Goldfishes. Since when did I get a goldfish? Johnny got a fish, and he didn't take care of him. That was also kind of dark, you know? Speaking of, like, we were talking about dark moments in the show earlier in the stream. That was kind of a dark episode, too. Johnny got a fish, and he didn't take care of him. I should probably do, like, a dark moments video. Find all the dark moments, throw them into one thing. Like, dang, that's dark, yo. Holy darkness, my old friend. Police, I swear to God. Every dark moment. No, not as dark as Gumball. How dark does Gumball get? I haven't watched that show too much. Does it get pretty dark? I feel like it does, because I've seen a few clips here and there. But, like, how dark does it get? Other titles for episodes would be Johnny Turvy, as in... Oh, Topsy Turvy. Okay. Neon Johnny. Sounds cool. Oh, yo. You know the ending to... it's the season 6 episode. Johnny Goes Viral, I think it was. You know how they were on those Tron bikes and stuff? I feel like something with that. That'd be a good title for that. Neon Johnny. H2O Johnny. Referencing H2O. Just add water. H2O. Just add Johnny. That kind of reminds me of, what was it? 404. Johnny Not Found. Kind of like that. Johnny Galaxy. Johnny Odyssey, etc. Yeah, that sounds cool. Sometimes they get dark sometimes. Dang. that's pretty funny. Yeah, I've seen a few things here and there, like yeah, that kind of looks dark. I like how some things just get passed. It's like, sure, you know, green flag for the episode. You know, what was it? You know, put it on the shelves, you know, stuff like that. I don't know I don't know what the word is. I can never think of the words, you know. Sell it. It's good to go. You don't think it's dark? No. We're just here to make money. just put it out on the network. Go. Say we got your next episode ready. Start marketing. I kind of like when things get a little dark there. It like it plays out like this, you know, childish, you know, aura that it has, you know, showing like there's another side, right? How about Johnny in the Dark? That's a pretty cool episode. That, you know, that web series episode, I don't know which one it's supposed to be, but from what the demo reel showed, it was Johnny and Dookie in a dark alley, and there was some shadow guy walking up to them, and I think Johnny jumped into Dookie's arms like in Get Your Gum. He's like, now you hold me. I know it's not a very good idea, but it's all I got right now, you know? So that sounds like a good episode name for that episode. I'm not sure which episode that belongs to, though, because we have all the web series episode names and that, but there's some scenes that we just can't connect them to because we don't know where they belong. Then in the web series, Johnny went to prison again, which is kind of dark too. Man, Johnny went to jail like a few times. That web series episode, Cool Hand, Johnny's new BFF. My favorite dark scene in that show is where Gumball and Darwin were delivering pizza to a pizza couple who think that their pizza is a newborn. Oh my god. They were gonna eat the newborn, but until they delivered, they like act like the stork. And then the husband gives them $20, and Gumball accidentally drops the pizza on accident, which shocks the family. Oh my god. No, you dropped our child. Dang, that is kind of dark in that sense. Fun for the whole family, I guess so, yeah. Kids just see it as like, they dropped a pizza. Then the parents see like, oh, they thought that was their child. Ooh, boy. You know? Yeah, like a good balancing act, like fun for like the whole family in shows is like always a good dichotomy to have there. Always a good one. Making it enjoyable for everybody. Even maybe not just a family, but like everybody in general too. Which I do like that going forward too, right? Drop the pizza. That's funny. Let go of the pizza. No. Hang on to the pizza. Looks like the Test Gang are like the Party Crashers, the YouTube group of both being extra chaotic. The Party Crashers. What is that? I mean, I can guess what they do. Party Crashers. What is that? Is it a Mario thing? It shows a lot of Mario stuff. Unless it's oh, wait, here it is. Durr. Oh yeah, a lot of Nintendo stuff. Yeah, a lot of Nintendo stuff. Party Crashers. A chaotic group of people. Kind of reminds me of what was it? Escape from Johnny's House. That was a quite chaotic family episode. It was quite chaotic. And I think I would probably put Escape from Johnny's House as my favorite season 8 episode. I think I would. I don't know. I really like that one. Okay. Escape from Planet Johnny? Ooh, that'd be a cool episode title. Escape from Planet Johnny. Kind of reminds me of like the Planet of the Moms, Planet of the Dads from Fairly Odd Parents. Oh, dude. Okay. Okay. What if same kind of thing, but in Fairly Odd Parents, they had all the dad clones and mom clones, I think, and then sent them to their own planets? What if we did that with 101 Johnnies? 101 Johnnies kind of came back, and they were just on like their own planet. What if that was it? That'd be cool. That'd be really cool. Oh man, that'd make such a good revival episode. Like how the revival did a bunch of callbacks and stuff. That'd make such a good callback. Cause like just like the way the Fairly Odd Parents did it, like they had all that whole dad episode with all the dads. Then seasons later, we learned that they had a planet that whole time, right? Could be the same structure here. 101 Johnny's the spawn of it all. Seasons later, and somewhere in the revival would be cool. Let's say they had a planet of their own, right? I'm Johnny. They're just I'm Johnny-ing around. Johnny Infinite, Missing Johnny, Johnny's Final Frontier. Those are some good names too. For the Frontier one, definitely has to be like a season finale one. Missing Johnny. That one feels like he's gonna go missing. Johnny Infinite though, that could be anything. Kind of be like if we went with like the planet thing, like if they weren't robots, I feel like that would do a good one there for the title. If you have a perfect civilization, why would you want to add a woman to it? I remember that quote, Planet of the Dads. God damn, Cosmo was savage. Oh man. Damn, Cosmo, dang. Perfect civilization? Clowns are freaky, not funny. Oh man, yup. Clowns are freaky, not funny. They're not funny. There's an episode of Rugrats where the Dee Dee, they would go to a what was it, a amusement park or a carnival or something, and some clowns pop up and she freaks the hell out, dude. She freaks the hell out. And then we learned that she has a phobia of clowns. That's something to put on her Wikipedia page. Yeah, clowns are freaky, not funny. What was that? That was season 7. That photo one. What the hell was it? I'm trying to remember. There's so many episodes just to remember the name of. Let's see. It was. Oh, 1000 Faces, right. That was it. We had enough of those sounds too. We had enough of those sounds too. Help, I'm getting obsessed with Angry Birds again, ayo. You might need to seek some professional help. Here's the numbers that I've sought professional help from. They've tried to help me get unobsessed with Johnny Test on numerous occasions. None of them worked. I still have problems. It's like, you're 21. This is a child's show. And I'm just laying there. I'm like, I know. And they're slapping me. It's like, I'm joking, by the way. Have you tried Plants vs. Zombies? Johnny Combat would be pretty cool. Everyone always says that one costume that he puts on, he kind of like morphs into that. During season 6's what was it? Johnny Saves Halloween. The Johnny that saved Halloween. Everyone says that one thing he morphed into when he was riding on that pumpkin cart that Bling Bling was driving is like Scorpion styled or inspired. Everyone always says that, which I can kind of see that. Yeah, there's so many ideas. Johnny's Mortal Kombat. Johnny's Fantastic Spectacle. Johnny's Trick and Treats. that's almost like the actual episode, Johnny Trick or Treat. A ton of candy. A ton of candy. I'm running for my life for a ton of candy? Well, actually, what's your guys' favorite in-episode song? So there was a ton of candy. There was that song in Supreme Theme. There was Holly Johnny's song. There was Johnny's Got Game song. Yes, I do wish they had a lot more songs. I do wish that. The cleaning song. What else? I feel like that was all. There's like 5-ish. I'm running away from a ton of candy. Similar to Friendship is oh, I bet they got a lot of songs in there. Yeah. I feel like Johnny's songs came way later. Like season 1 didn't have any. Season 2 didn't have any. Season 3 didn't have any, I don't think. And then season 4? I don't remember. Did they have any songs? Because season 5 is definitely where I feel like it probably started if season 4 didn't have a song. Which I don't think it did. So these are like 5 songs they have. And they're all in the later seasons. Seasons 5 to 8. And don't forget my bacon. And don't forget my bacon. Trevor's Dookie is always my favorite impression to do out of all the characters in there. Back from school. Welcome back, One Bougie Mashups. How was school? Did you do the test yet, or was that for like later in a different day? Important lesson. Do not ask if things get any worse. They always get worse. If one thing... what was that about Johnny test in black and white? If one thing I've learned, things... Whenever you... what was it? Whenever you ask, things can always get worse. Something like that. Winky sad. No school for me today. It's tomorrow. Okay. Oh, okay. I misread that. I thought you said you just got back from school. Never mind. Okay. Okay, I got you. School tomorrow. Gotcha. Okay. Going to church now. Okay. Man, I totally misread that. God damn. That's not what that meant at all. Did the Red Gusher return in a recent season, or is he a one-time character? Yeah. He's just a one-time character from Code Cracking Johnny. Although he... Oh, speaking of which, I don't think... No, Red Gush did not appear at all in the web series, from my knowledge, and season 7 and 8. So, Red Gush kind of stopped in season... Like, the original 1 to 6 season run. I never really thought about that, like, thinking of the smaller things like Red Gush. Although the Red Gusher was a pretty cool character, I've got to say. He was pretty badass. No, yeah, school's tomorrow. The weekends are over. Yup, Sunday. The Red Gusher got gushed. Would Prism Johnny work? Or Drawn Johnny? Like relating to art, like digital art. Drawn Johnny, Prism Johnny. I feel like so, yeah. I could see that. Although more Prism Johnny, the first impression would be like some kind of crystal, right? Like the Paradox Prism and Sonic Prime. So I feel like that'd have a more overriding mechanic with that, whereas Drawn is more, you know, straight to the point. Code Cracking Johnny. The codes in Code Cracking Johnny are so funny. It's like L0Z3R spelling loser, and you win another flying disc. That was funny. My high school is done early. Ooh, 2:45 p.m. So I return home by bus around 3:30. So yeah, high school is light work. Does that mean you like start earlier too? Like I don't remember. I don't even remember when school started for me. Like time-wise, I mean. I don't even. Was it 8 o'clock? I think it might have been like 8 o'clock-ish. I don't remember. But I don't even remember when our school got out either. I'm gonna put Johnny Test episode names into Google Translate 100 times. Oh my god, that's gonna get messed up quickly. Just taking the first letters of League of Super Evil brings out the word lose. That's true. I remember that show. And like, weren't they like oblivious to that too? Like they didn't know what the first letters of their name brought together. And I think, didn't the Fairly Odd Parents have something like that too? Like when Foop, Vicky, Dark Laser, and Crocker got together and made a group. Didn't they have something like that where like they had a name, but each first letter of the name made some kind of a word that was like failure like word? I don't remember. I think that was the case. I start at like 9:45. Okay. Your first period. Lose. Yep. Lose. 9:45. I feel like I started earlier than that to me. I feel like in my high school we started at 8, somewhere within 8:30 maybe? I don't remember. Every villain is Lemons, otherwise known as evil. Lemons. Where do these people get these writing ideas from? Like, Lemons? Where'd they get that from? They're like trying to think of what EVIL would stand for. And like, let's see. Every villain is. We need an L word. Lemons. Yeah, hearing Mermaid Man shouting evil, you just hear it in the back of your head sometimes, right? Evil, 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 all that. But in my high school, in the boys' changing room, they were sparring. That's just teenage dudes for you, I guess. Most of them aren't the brightest tools in the basket. I'm just saying, you don't want to be one of those types of high school guys. I wasn't one of those types of high school guys, because I had no friends, and I kinda didn't want to talk to anybody. I enjoyed keeping to myself, although I did have a bit of a friend group, so it was fine. I didn't want to, like, you know, communicate with anyone outside of the friend group, because I really just did not care about anybody else in that school. So the cool kids were doing all the stupid, dumb, cool kid stuff and going out for a smoke. Hey kid, give me back my smokes. Sparring though, that's silly. They were blasting music in the change room. Yeah, that's actually, I feel like that's a little more, that's more normal than sparring. That one, yeah, that's more normal. Would you prefer a oft? Or it's maybe soft? Oh, yeah, soft, hard, okay. Soft reboot or hard reboot of Johnny Test, or heck, a spin-off of a different galaxy? I think hard reboot means stuff like Teen Titans Go, right? So definitely not that. Soft reboot was pretty much what the revival was. It was confirmed to be a continuation right after season 6. So I think that identifies soft. But a spin-off, something we have discussed on like live streams on this channel a lot, was like a Sissy Blakely spin-off show. Where it's like kind of the same thing minus the science. It's just like, instead of the boy and his dog, like the 11-year-old boy and his dog, it's the 11-year-old girl and her dog, right? So kind of like that. But then having come the 8th season, now we're thinking of like a Dookie spin-off after we got the Dookie channel episode, right? So that really brought like a new sense of like, oh, spin off this to the table. Okay, so I am actually going to have to end it soon. I gotta start getting ready for work. I gotta be there in an hour. I gotta be there at 4 o'clock, and my time zone is 2:54. So I gotta take the hour to get ready and stuff. So let's get some wrap up here. Ooh. All right, I put the episode of Cody Crack and Johnny into Google Translate 100 times, and it came out as next Johnny Jack. First name Johnny, last name Jack. Where did he get Jack from? And his pet dog, talking dog crap. Hey yo. Keep bringing up my spin-off concept, eh? That's his name. He's Johnny Jack now. Johnny Test? No, he's Johnny Jack. Johnny Jack. Man, it'd be so different if his last name was not Test. And let's say it was Jack. I'm Johnny Jack. It's like, what is the show about? It's about Johnny Jack. Okay, what else? He does stuff. Okay. Does he test things? I don't know. It's Johnny Jack. And on that note, that is where we will put a rest to the... What's going on? Okay, I'll check that out. Okay, well, thank you all so much for watching the 18th Johnnyversary for Johnny Test. I would love to go a little longer, but unfortunately I have to go to work. Fight at Senator O'Connor. This is at your school? Oh my god. Okay, I'll check that out. I'll check that out when I get back. Alright. So, enjoy the rest of the day of the 18th anniversary for Johnny Test, however you guys choose to celebrate it. Maybe watching a few Johnny Test episodes, celebrating with your favorite episodes, all that stuff. And don't get fights in a locker room. Don't do that. So, I will see you guys on the next stream, maybe in the next video. Regarding some Johnny Test videos, we're gonna be unboxing or unbagging new Johnny Test blind bags very soon. Hugh Top 10 Facts is coming soon, and there's one Johnny Test video that I cannot talk about yet. It's in the works. I just can't talk about it yet. But sooner to when it comes out, I might be able to talk about it, but from what I know so far, I can't talk too much about it. But I did hint at it in this stream. Nonchalantly, I hinted at it. Nonchalantly, I hinted at it, so that will be coming maybe somewhere after those. But yeah, be hyped for the 18th anniversary for Johnny Test. And super cool to have it in our lives for 18 whole years. Alright guys, I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye. Goodbye. Goodbye. Goodbye eye emoji. And a goodbye wavy emoji too. Alright guys, you guys enjoy the rest of the anniversary date. I will see you guys next time. Peace on out guys. See yas.